All right, what's up, guys? See some people jumping in. Sorry, a little late. Some technical difficulties. eBay was fun tonight. All right. Volume off there. All right. I think we're good. First. All right, guys. So this is M breaks, break number 655, 20 blaster Bowman player break. Pretty simple. Whatever player you won, you get those cards. And we got 20 blasters, so I think we've averaged about 4 or 5 autographs on the last one we did. So hopefully we'll keep up the same tonight. I'm not going to do a roll call with so many players. Make sure you guys like and follow us on Facebook. We're trying something new, which is posted on our page. We've got our first 10-box team break on Facebook with the group. So preset teams, random off the D-backs, I believe. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Good luck to everyone. Thanks everyone for paying on time. Appreciate it. And hopefully we'll pull some heat tonight. All right, good luck everyone. All right, Lenyon Sosa, Adley Rushman, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel, Seiya Suzuki and Jordan Alvarez, Gabriel Moreno, and we got Cam Collier on the first paper, Christian Hernandez, Ricardo Perez, and Nico Pucagrego on the first. And there we go, Junior Caminero right off the bat, first box. All right, so these are gonna get loaded. Okay, and then we'll just keep the rookies in first there on those piles. Those get, if I put them there, they're gonna get top loaded. So this get top loaded. Okay. All right, Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, and there we go, Yoshida, Jordan Groshans, and we got Junior Garcia, Brock Jones, Austin Charles on the paper, and then Max Wagner and Xavier Isaac on the chromes. All right, Mookie Betts, Javi Baez, Rosario, rookie, Kyle Stowers, Ronald Acuna. Oh, got a backwards card here, so looks like it's a top 50, so it might be a numbered card. And then Vinny Pasquantino. So it's a Relvis Martinez. Nope, just a backwards. I'm not sure why it was backwards, but Arias, Axel Sanchez, Logan Wagner on the paper, Andres Mesa. Oh, nice. So that is Gabriel Martinez, and that is the yellow lunar refractor. So that's 23 out of 75. So nice hit there to that spot starting out. Sorry about the glare there. Get that one top loaded on the board. Lunar, start us off. All right. Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, and Gabriel Moreno. Marcelo Mayer on the Modern Prospects. Solano, Gilbert Herrera, and Luis Lara on the paper. Yasser Mercedes and Ellie De La Cruz on the chrome. All right, so 2 packs to go in blaster number 1. Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Christian Yelich. Oh, got an auto. Oh, nice. Right off the bat, Matt Mervis. Interesting signature, though. His M is like a J. You see that? So nice little hit there. Right off the bat. Samuel Munoz, Jonathan Maya, Carlos Jorge, and Bastidas and Brady House. So auto and a lunar. All right. Starting off strong. All right, last pack of box number 1. Shea Langoliers, Matthew Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prado, and Miguel Cabrera. Another Marcelo Mayer on the Modern Prospects, so that's 2 in this box. De Los Santos, Jason Dominguez, Colson Montgomery, Jorge Burgos, and James Wood on the chromes. So, Robert, did you have Mervis? You did, nice. Awesome. Garrett wants some Zach Nato. My son just got Zach Nato's autograph this past week. Or was it this week? Or was it last week? Last week. We went to Orioles game when they played the Angels. He also got Mike Trout's autograph, so that was pretty cool. But Zach Nato walked over and signed his hat and flipped him a baseball. He was excited. All right, box number 2. Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, Shohei Ohtani, DL Hall, and Pete Alonso. Riley Green on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Eduard Julian, Ballesteros, and DePaula. Nice little paper first run there. Edwin Arroyo and Colton Cowser on the chromes. All right, Jordan Diaz, rookie. Soto, Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz, and Freddie Freeman. There we go. First Jackson Holiday on the spotlight card. Young looking kid. Trey Sweeney, Pedro Ramirez, and Nelson Rada. And there's Zach Nato, the man, the myth, the legend, right there. And Jose Peraza on the first. Rosario, Stowers, Acuna, Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, and Aaron Judge. Nolan Gorman on the Rookie of the Year favorites. My gosh, he's killing the ball. Doing well for my fantasy team. Anthony Gutierrez, Justin Henry Malloy, and Drew Jones on the first. The paper. Ambioro Tavares, we'll go with that, and Jason Chorio. That's what happens when you try to actually pronunciate these names. Get a little tongue-tied. Oswald Peraza, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, Michael Harris. Oh, another auto. So Braylon Bishop decided to initial his card on the side there. So nice hit there. Got some classic Topps smudgery at the top. I'll not mess with that. I'll let you mess with it when I get it to you. But 2 boxes, 2 autos. Junior Garcia, Edwin Arroyo Martinez. There we go. Lazaro Montes and Alex Ramirez. So get that Bishop up there. Nice. Congrats, Rob. All right, 2 packs to go. 2 autos on the board. Not even 2 boxes in. Devers, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Xander Bogaerts. I just knocked the top loader off the table. All right. Adele Amador, number 45 on the top 100. Arias, Marcos Cabrera, and Samuel Zavala. And we got a little speckle action here. William Lugo, numbered 100 out of 299. So we only got 1 chrome in this box, and we must have 3 in the next box. So congrats to the William Lugo spot. All right, 2 boxes in, 2 autos, 2 numbered cards. Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm, Freddie Freeman, Miguel Vargas on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Jano, Elijah Green, and Ellie on the paper, and then Sadani Rafaela on the chrome. Well, sometimes, Mark, you just got to speak it into existence. So go ahead and drop the name, and we'll see if it happens. Braylon, all right. All right. So we got gypped on 2 chrome cards there, but I'm not going to complain with the auto and a numbered card there. Also, the first time I've had 2 boxes without any the regular lunar parallels, but I'll sacrifice lunar parallels for numbered and auto cards all night long. All right, Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prado, Miguel Cabrera, and Oscar Gonzalez. Jordan Walker on the sights on September. Boyd, Simone, and Olmos. Ruben Santana on the first, and Chase DeLauder on the lunar. Actually, no, I don't think he's supposed to here. Green, okay. Right, look at that. Riley Green, right on the top. Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, and we got Robert Hassel checking in at number 16 on the top 100. Jano, Brian Acuna, looks like we got a little green paper here, and Drew Gilbert, number 71 out of 99 on the retail green. And Acuna, and there we go, Spencer Jones on the first. Spencer Jones. All right, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, O'Neal Cruz, Colson Montgomery on the sights on September, Anthony Gutierrez, Blaze Jordan, Zach Nato, Burgos on the first, and another Lunar. Oscar Colas, a little off center on that one. O'Neal Cruz, Josh Young, CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Lou Bob, and who is this? Is this Arias? Yeah, Roderick Arias on the spotlight. Marco Luciano, Mikey Romero, and Henry Davis. Manuel Beltre. And we only got one chrome card there. Ivan Herrera, Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvador Perez, Ezequiel Tovar, Jackson Chorio on Modern Prospects, De La Cruz, Peyton Graham, Tavares, Simone Juan, and Yanquiel Fernandez. I think Fernandez is playing pretty well, climbing up the charts. Jazz, Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, and Matt Olson. And Carlos Colmenares checking in at number 87 on the top 100. Max Wagner, Osorio, and Figueroa on the paper, and Diane Jorge on the first chrome. So, not sure what's going on with these boxes, why we're getting like one chrome card in the last two packs, it seems like. All right. All right, empty box. Box number 4. Adley Rushman, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel, who's hitting bombs every night apparently, Seiya Suzuki, Jordan Alvarez, Michael Garcia, Ellie on the sights on September, Leandro Arias, Luis Lara, and Cole Young, Khalil Watson, and Luis Rodriguez on the Lunar. Got a little print line there going down it. Never realized how many cards had like print lines on them until this past week when I was getting like first submissions together for PSA and really inspecting cards. It's kind of disappointing. Matt Wallner, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, Yoshida on the rookie, and Jordan Groshans. Let's see. Brian Rocchio, number 49 on the top 100. Solano, Khalil Watson, and De Los Santos. Tamara Johnson and Ellie De La Cruz. Mookie Betts, Javi Baez, Rosario, Kyle Stowers, Acuna, Pasquantino, and Simeon Woods Richardson. Riley Green on the Rookie of the Year favorites. William Lugo, Luis Lara, and Kennedy Corona. Miguel Blaze, and Edwin Arroyo. Aaron Judge. Oh, got some nice green on the back here. Jordan Diaz. Juan Soto, Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Austin Wells, checking in at number 57. Rafaela, Kyle Harrison, Colton Cowser. We got Marcos Cabrera on the first, and nice, Yasser Mercedes. And that is numbered 37 out of 99 on the green shimmer. Like that. All right, we're gonna bump Drew off because Drew is paper, and we dig the chrome in these parts. All right, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz. I feel like we got a ton of these guys already. Juan Soto, Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm. I think we have more cards of them than we do boxes right now. De La Cruz on the Modern Prospects. Vaquero, Kumar Rocker, and Luis Angel Acuna. Christian Serta on the first. And there we go. Jose De Paula on the first. Okay, Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, and Gabriel Moreno. Jackson Holiday on the Spotlight, that's ×2. Vaquero, Clifford, Ryan Clifford doing well, Jace Bowen, and Ariel Almonte. And again, the 1 chrome card. Okay. Right, box number 5. Thought they had the quarter mark. Empty box. Here we go. Somebody different. Alec Burleson. There we go. Gunnar Henderson. Bello. Mark Vientos. Trey Turner. And Wilson Contreras. Elijah Green on the Modern Prospects. Alex Ramirez, De Los Santos, and Garcia on the paper. Averson Arteaga and Frelly Encarnacion on the chrome. Fernando Tatis, Max Meyer, Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, and Christian Yelich. Sights on September, Sedane Rafaela, or Sedane, excuse me, Jordan Lawler, Kennedy Corona, Daniel Montesino, Jorge Ruiz, and Justin Henry Malloy on the Lunar. Shea Langoliers, Matthew Liberatore, Kay Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prato. There we go. Drew Jones, number 7 on the top 100. Juan Chacon, Christian Serta, Kyle Harrison, Daniel Susac on the first, and Hector Rodriguez for the Reds. So I feel like the Reds got a pretty good farm system. Can you get that there? Miguel Vargas, Miguel Cabrera, Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grisham, Logan O'Hop, James Outman, and Jonathan Aranda, Garrett Mitchell on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Dylan O'Ray, Colton Cowser, Kumar Rocker, Eric Brown, and Marco Luciano. Jordan Lawler and Max Muncy. I don't think we've had Max Muncy. We may have had a Lawler card. No hits or anything like that yet. Jeremy Pena, Lenyon Sosa, Adley Rushman, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel, Seiya Suzuki, Jordan Alvarez, and we got Matt Mervis on the paper. Luis Angel Acuna and Elijah Green, Yenier Fernandez on the first, and Braylon Bishop. Last pack. Yeah, this base Lawler, I think. J-Rod, Oswald Peraza, keep wanting to say Cabrera, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, Henry Davis checking in at number 14, top 100, Tony Blanco, Ellie, and Cedeno, and De Los Santos on the first, and Kenny Gomez. So we had a normal box with a normal allotment of cards, but we didn't have a hit. Yeah, the correlation on these is terrible. So it's Adley, Corbin Carroll, and Christopher Morel every box, like, or whenever you see them together. And if you catch them at the end of the pack, they're going to begin on the beginning of the next pack. So trust me, I've kind of gotten used to these correlation. When you do this box and you name all these cards off, I feel like I say I'm in my sleep all night long. And it was the same way last year too. But the one that sticks out is Adley, Carroll, and Morale, because those are three of the bigger rookies. Logan O'Hop, James Outman, they're together all the time. J-Rod, Aranda, Oswald Peraza, Frankie Lindor, William Lugo, Tavares, and Blaze on the paper. Pedro Ramirez on the chrome, and William Bergola. Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, now I can say it, Xander Bogaerts, Wander Franco, Byron Buxton, and let's see, is this Vaquero? Yeah, Vaquero on the spotlight. Daniel Gilarte, De Los Santos, and Luis Garcia, and we only got one chrome, and it's Cam Collier with a whole bunch of fuzzies on it. Has anybody got any Sapphire breaks yet? Salvador Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, and Pete Alonso, George Valera on the sites on September, Jorge, Mikey Romero, and Henry Davis, Heyo Lee, and Roman Anthony on the Lunar. Unfortunately, we got priced out with that Dutch auction on the Sapphire. Reese Hoskins, Alec Burleson, and Gunner. Brian Bello, Mark Vientos, Trey Turner, Anthony Volpe on the sites on September, Beltre, Colby Thomas, Diane Frias, and Glider Figueroa on the Lunar. All right, 2 packs to go. And box number 6, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm, Freddie Freeman, and Gunner on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Collier on the paper, Figueroa and Michael Arroyo, Lisandro Rodriguez, and Jace Avina on the chromes. All right, and last pack of blaster number 6. Verlander, Trout, Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, and Christian Yelich. Oscar Colas on the Modern Prospects, Luciano Almonte, Marcus Lee Sang, Colson Montgomery, and Manuel Beltre, rounding it out. All right, so that is 6 boxes in. What we're gonna do right now is clean up some cap space on the table. Separate piles for the rookies and the prospects. It's easier to sort that way. All right. All right. Where's my box cutter? All right, box number, what's 7. We could get some more ink. Started out hot. Gone cold the last couple boxes. I'll say that my favorite value of Bowman has always been the retail boxes. I feel like you at least get an auto out of there most of the time. I think there's only been one time I've opened a retail box and not got an auto. But for the price, it's kind of like similar to a hobby box. At like half the price almost. Juan Soto, Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm, Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, Brady House, Simone Juan, Marcelo Mayer, Lazaro Montes, Poca Grego, and Javier Osorio. Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Giancarlo Stanton, Matt McLean, Kenny Gomez, Christian Hernandez, Perez on the paper. There we go. Junior Caminero, second one of him. And there we go. Zach Nato on the Lunar. So a couple nice little Lunars there, or Lunar in the first. All right. Because we got a couple cards here. Maybe Peguero, Ivan Herrera, Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez. Here we go. We got a Jordan Lawler backwards. There we go. On the Atomic, Jordan Lawler. On the Sights on September, number 7 out of 150. So there you go, Tony. Nice little Jordan Lawler for you. And Justin Foscue right behind that at number 55. Henry Ramos, Brock Jones, Austin Charles, Max Wagner, and Jefferson Rojas. On the Chromes. Lawler. He's not low enough to bump anybody off the board, though. Salvi Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, and Pete Alonso. Tristan Casas on the Rookie of the Year favorites. I believe that's the first time we've seen him. Kevin Parada, Axel Sanchez, Logan Wagner, Andres Mesa, and Yasser Mercedes. Right, 2 packs to go. Bryce Harper, O'Neal Cruz, Josh Young, CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, and we got Ellie on the spotlight. Jace Young, Gilbert Herrera, and Luis Lara. Brooks Lee and Junior Garcia on the Chromes. And last pack of blaster number 7. Lubob, Tristan Casas, Kodai Sengai, Torkelson, Scherzer, Hoskins, Mick Abel. Checking in at number 41. Jackson Chorio, Cole Young, Khalil Watson, Rajic Arias, and he's got a couple print lines going in across the sleeve there. And there we go, first Justin Crawford of the night. Some nice hit there. All right. Does Mercedes have a spot? You mean Yasser? I'm assuming. If it's Yasser, yes, he does have a spot. Yeah, he does have a spot. And I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, he also has an auto in this checklist as well. Like he's one of the non-firsts that have an auto. I know it's some of the non-firsts that have an auto in the checklist, I believe, are Tamar Johnson, Yasser, Jackson Holiday, Elijah Green, Jace Young, Gavin Cross. I mean, I think there's some others that I've not named, not off the top of my head that I don't know. But Michael Harris, Rafael Devers, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, and Oswaldo Cabrera. Dion Jorge, future star. Blake Louvier, Ben Cosme, Osorio, another Mervis first, and Samuel Zavala. Xander Bogaerts, Wander Franco, Byron Buxton, JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, and Jeremy Pena. Colson Montgomery on the sites on September. Marion Boyd, Glider Figueroa, Michael Arroyo, Khalil Watson, and Marcelo Mayer on the Lunar. Lenyon Sosa, and here we go with the Adley Carroll Morel run. Seiya Suzuki, Jordan Alvarez, Andrew Painter, checking in at number 18 on the top 100. Roman Anthony, Wilbur Sanchez, Mikey Romero, Tamar Johnson, and Gavin Cross. Yeah, man, every time, dude, with those guys. They're all together all the time. Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, and Yoshida. Josh Young on the Rookie of the Year favorites. If I put it there. Cam Collier, Henry Davis, Peraza, Miguel Bleis, and Edwin Arroyo. The Elijah Auto, all right. My partner, like earlier in the year, the first week, man, what is it with these packs, dude? Earlier in the year, he pulled a Elijah at a 75, like a yellow auto at a 75. It was a sweet card. And I think his spot only went for like $2 that night. Groshans, Mookie Betts, Javi Baez, Rosario, Kyle Stowers, and Acuna. Anthony Gutierrez on the spotlight. Junior Garcia, Lisandro Rodriguez, and Jay Savina. Colton Cowser and Samuel Munoz. All right, last pack. Vinny Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Sal Frelick at number 33 on the top 100. Arias, Heyo Lee. Oh my goodness, what do we got here? Is this a printing plate? Printing plate, 1 of 1. Matt Mervis. First time I've ever pulled one of these. Man, Robert. That's pretty sweet right there. Wow. Hey, at least we get to see if these things are actually centered when they do it. So that's awesome. 1 of 1 Mervis printing plate in a blaster, nonetheless. What do you do with this thing? Do you sleeve it? It's a metal plate. All right. It's the Matt Mervis break. Sorry, William Lugo. Off to the side you go. Well, that's first. Marco Cabrera and Christian Cervic. So congrats. That's awesome. See? Take care of you, Robert, man. I've hooked you up. I sent you that good juju that time. Best over bet on the Orioles Stadium Club ever, right? Been nothing but good mojo since. All right, blaster number 9. The matching Morel. All right. How insane would that be to pull 2 printing plates and a blaster break? All right. Jazz, Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Jordan Walker on the Sights on September, Kevin Parada, Piguero, Ruben Santana, Kumar Rocker, and Diane Frias on the Lunar. Yeah. Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Giancarlo Stanton, Piguero, Ivan Herrera, and Corey Seager. Matt McLean. He's doing well since his call-up. Number 53 on the top 100, Jace Young, Junior Fernandez, Ariel Almonte, Jordan Lawler, and Max Muncy. So, is that Tony? You were looking for the guys are back-to-back. Anybody know what one of those printing plates goes for? Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvi Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, Alex Ramirez, Randy DeJesus, and Juan Brito. Cedeno on the first, and Henry Ramos. Like, if we're getting the printing plates, does that mean that they actually turn the printers off? And we won't see this reproduced out the wazoo any more than it is. Sosa, Rushman, Carroll, Morel, and Seiya Suzuki. Oh, Jordan Alvarez falling off there. Kevin Alcantara, number 61 on the top 100. Jordan Lawler, Clifford, Jace Bowen, Mario Shendrick Martinez on the first, and Marcus Lee Sang. Just depends on the, oh, I know, you know, but like in general, of course, that's one of the biggest dudes in the checklist there. Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, Yoshida. Let's see, Samuel Munoz on the Modern Prospects, Chacon, Simone Olmos, Logan Wagner on the first, and Leandro Arias. Oswald Peraza, Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, Luis Angel Acuna, checking in at number 64, Roman Anthony, Marcelo Mayer, and Montes, Moises Ballesteros, and Marcelo Mayer on there. Yes, it is. Well, I mean, I have opened a lot of cards over the last couple years, a lot of boxes, and that's the first ever printing plate. Not my first one of one, but my first ever printing plate. That is probably my first one. That is my first one of one on the licensed product. I did pull, I think the one of one I pulled before was on Select Baseball, so it wasn't like a licensed product, but very cool. Very, very cool. All right, this box number 10 will be halfway home after this one. Oh my gosh, these packs are so... so fragile. Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, Kumar Rocker, number 72, Jacob Berry, Andres Mesa, Yanquiel Fernandez, Drew Gilbert, and Zach Geloff, local guy from our home state of Delaware, the great state of Delaware. Ronald Acuna, Vinny Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, and Juan Soto, Cedeno Rafaela, Gavin Cross, Mikey Romero, Henry Davis, Elijah Green, and Samuel Zavala. Got some green in here. Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Giancarlo Stanton, Leover Peguero. Oh, it's a first, so that's got to be an auto. So it's a green auto out of 99. It's a first. Brock Jones. Nice hit. Brock Jones. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but do you see it right there? Right up his neck, right up his dome. All the way down the card. It may wipe off, but I'll let you do that when it gets to you. Jace Jung, Juan Alonso, Gabriel Gonzalez, Xavier Isaac on the chrome. So Brock Jones. All right, Yasser's getting the bump. Is he on the list? Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell if it's just a smudge. It doesn't look like your traditional classic print line. So it may wipe off, but I'll let you do that. But like I said, like I was saying earlier, I did my first PSA submission and like half the cards that I got made the cut that I thought were going in. And to be honest with you, they'll probably all get like 8s anyway. So Oswald Peraza, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad Guerrero, Michael Harris, Roderick Arias on the top 100, Jefferson Rojas, Lionel James, and Jorge Burgos, Jason Chorio, and Gabriel Gonzalez on the first. I did send like some vintage in to get graded, and I got my heart broken on those. I had a George Brett rookie that I thought was at least a 6, but it came back a 4. Stupid PSA. Trey Turner, Wilson Contreras, Freddie Freeman, Max Meyer, Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Garrett Mitchell, Yohangel Aponte, Roderick Arias, Spencer Jones, Logan Wagner, and Alejandro Osuna. What the world, man? All right, last pack of blaster number 10. Halfway home, 3 autos and a printing plate. 3 numbered cards under 100. James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, J-Rod, Peraza, Frankie Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Aponte, Colby Thomas, Freyas, Poca Grego on the first, and Osorio on the first. All right. Take a pause here to clean up. Get some of these base cards out of the way. All right. Guys, we will have a recap at the end, but it will be in no particular order. All righty. Halfway home. 3 autos. Let's see if we can hit 6 autos tonight. That'd be pretty sweet. $50. All right, Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar, Bello, Vientos, Andrew Painter, Xavier Isaac, Tavares, Blaze Jordan, Martinez on the first, and Max Wagner on the Lunar. Peguero, Ivan Herrera, Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvador Perez, Marco Luciano, checking in at number 12. Joshua Baez, Osorio, and Glider Figueroa, Axel Sanchez on the first, and Yanquiel Fernandez. Riley Green, Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Giancarlo Stanton, Junior Garcia, Wilber Sanchez, and Mikey Romero, Heyo Lee, and Dion Jorge on the first. Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, repeat pack. Jose Ramirez, Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Nolan Gorman on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Anthony Gutierrez, Colson Montgomery, Tamar Johnson, Henry Davis, and Randy DeJesus. And that one does have some print lines going across it. Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Christian Yelich, Shea Langoliers, Roman Anthony, Michael Desson, Geloff, and Gavin Cross. Only one chrome card. Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Xander Bogaerts, Wander Franco, Byron Buxton, Garcia, Arias, Spencer Jones, and Acuna and Xavier Isaac on the chromes. All right. Quiet start to the second leg. Box. All right, Christian Yelich, Shea Langoliers, Matthew Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prado, Shea Langoliers, Jordan Lawler, Acuna, and Bastidas, and then Yasser Mercedes and Brooks Lee. A couple twins back to back. Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, Michael Harris, Rafael Devers, Bo Naylor. There we go. Adley on the spotlight. I think it's the first time I've seen him on the spotlight. It's always Jackson. Let's see. Encarnacion, Almonte, Marcus Lee Sang, and then Mikey Romero and Yofri Solano. Two spotlights, I guess. Mookie Betts, Javi Baez, Rosario, Stowers, Acuna, and Pasquantino. And Riley Green on this spotlight. Roman Anthony, Andres Mesa, Yanquiel Fernandez, De Los Santos on the first, and Marcelo Mayer. Rafael Devers, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Xander Bogaerts. And we got Ellie on the Modern Prospects. Another Mervis, Martin Gonzalez, Jet Williams, Jorge Ruiz, and Yanquiel Fernandez. I feel like we had a Yanquiel. Maybe we ended the last box with a Yanquiel. Oswald Peraza, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, and Michael Harris. Got Brooks Lee, number 23 on the top 100. Dylan O'Reilly, Juan Alonso, Gabriel Gonzalez, Justin Crawford. Trying to get it so you can see it, but where is it? Right there. like a music sheet of print lines. Justin Crawford and Averson Ortega. From our breaks, it's been Justin Crawford has the most print lines on his card. So I feel like if you ever get a gem 10 with Justin Crawford, you're doing something. Miguel Cabrera, Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grisham, Logan O'Hop, James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, J-Rod, Juan Chacon, Lionel James, Jorge Burgos, and Roderick Arias. Same print lines going across as he had earlier. And Dion Jorge. No print lines for him. All right, 2 boxes in. Of the second 10, I should say. 8 to go. Eight to go. Trey Turner, Wilson Contreras, Fernando Tatis, Max Meyer, Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Oscar Colas on the Modern Prospects, Rojas, Lionel James Burgos, Juan Brito, and Glider Figueroa in the first. Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Christian Yelich, Shea Langoliers, and Matthew Liberatore. Colton Cowser, Sights on September, Susac, Juan Alonso, Gabriel Gonzalez, Ryan Clifford, that's the first chrome I think we've seen of him, and then Anthony Peguero on the Lunar. Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prato, Miguel Cabrera, Oscar Gonzalez, and Vaughn Grisham. Edgar Quiro, coming in at number 96. I think he's a little bit higher now. Encarnacion, Martin Gonzalez, Jet Williams. Jace Bowen and Martin Gonzalez on the chromes. Getting spoiled, man. We haven't had a number card or an auto here. Got spoiled. Ohape, Outman, Aranda, J-Rod, Oswald Peraza, and Frankie Lindor. And Peraza on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Yasser Mercedes, James Wood, and Brady House. Ronnie Simon and Juan Olmos. Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Vlad, Michael Harris, Rafael Devers, and Bo Naylor. We got Gunner on the spotlight. Bishop, Ballesteros, DePaula on the papers. Ruben Santana and Brady House. All right, come on. Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Xander Bogaerts, Wander Franco, and we got a green, there we go. Cody Senga, 362 out of 399 on the lime green. Joshua Baez, number 88. Julian, Caminero, Hector Rodriguez, Tavares, and Jason Chorio. So Cody on the lime green paper rookie. All right, 7 to go. All right. Javi Baez, Rosario, Stowers, Acuna, Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson. Francisco Alvarez on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Boyd, Hernandez, Perez on the paper. Eric Brown and Marco Luciano on the chromes. Rafael Devers, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Xander Bogaerts, Drew Romo, coming in at number 46, Cam Collier, Axel Sanchez, and Javier Osorio on the pink fuchsia paper, number 181 out of 299. De Los Santos and Kenny Gomez. All right, Osorio on the pink paper. Tristan Casas, Senga, Torkelson, Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Henry Davis on the sights on September, Lugo, Montesino, Serta, Cedeno on the first, and Simone Juan. Three packs to go in this blaster. Gunner, Bello, Vientos, Trey Turner, Wilson Contreras, Tatis, and Max Meyer. Harry Ford, number 47. DeLauder, Kyle Harrison, Colton Cowser, Mario Shendrick Martinez on the first, and Jefferson Rojas first. Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Jace Young, number 51, Osuna, Cedeno, Ben Cosme, Tony Blanco, and there we go, William Lugo. 216 out of 499. That's the second one, I believe. Let me see. All right. So William Lugo, you got out of 299 and out of 499 now. So congrats to the Lugo spot. Last pack, Shea Langoliers, Liberatore, Kay Cavale, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prado, Miguel Cabrera, Oscar Colas on the prospects, Rojas, Osorio, Glider Figueroa, Cole Young, and Frelly Encarnacion. All right. Empty box. All right, we'll be 3/4 of the way home after this box. So, all right, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Mark Vientos, and Trey Turner. Rafaela on the sights on September. Yasser Mercedes, Miguel Blaze, Justin Crawford, Osuna on the first, and there we go. Drew Jones on the lunar. So I don't think we've hit a base chrome yet, but we just hit a lunar. That's a nice hit there to the Drew Jones spot. And I guess the big news this week that the Superfractor was pulled. Joey Votto, Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Stanton, and Piguero. Jordan Walker, sights on September, Boyd, Brito, and Clifford. Brock Jones on the first, and Peyton Graham on the lunar. So 2 lunars. Ivan Herrera, Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvi Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, and Hunter Green. Mervis Martinez at number 50. Roman Anthony, Jace Bowen, Ronnie Simon, Dayan Frias, and Marcelo Mayer. DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, O'Neal Cruz, Josh Young, Gunnar Henderson on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Cam Collier, Juan Olmos, Peyton Graham, Lionel James on the first, and Luis Rodriguez. CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Luis Robert, Tristan Casas, Cody Senga, Khalil Watson, number 78, Arias, Zach Nato, and Roderick Arias, Jackson Holiday, and Jackson Churio. So a couple big name prospects back to back right there. All right, the last pack. Spencer Torkelson, Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Samuel Munoz, Yofri Solano, Spencer Jones, and Max Muncy. And there we go. Drew Jones on the first. So we got the Lunar in the first, and then Ellie De La Cruz right behind that. All right, 3/4 of the way home. 5 more to go. This is the part of the break where my age starts to kick in. My back's locking up. I'm sweating, sitting in this chair underneath this light. I'm looking at this pile of trash beside me, a stack of cards, thinking, what am I doing? Why do I want to sort all these? Questioning all my life's decisions. All right, Lou Bob, Tristan Casas, Cody Sengai, Spencer Torkelson, Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Nolan Gorman on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Manuel Beltre, Jace Avina, Heyo Lee, Dayan Frias, and Lionel James on the first chromes. Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grisham, James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, Julio Rodriguez, Simone Juan, Christian Vaquero, Pedro Ramirez, Nelson Rado on the paper, Ruben Santana, and Amarian Boyd on the chromes. Spencer Torkelson, Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Colton Cowser, sights on September, Beltre, Mikey Romero, Henry Davis, Marcus Lee Sang, and Dayan Frias on the Lunar. With, you can see it there, you can see it. A couple little surface issues. Max Meyer, Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Andrew Painter, sights on September, Xavier Isaac, Colby Thomas, Dayan Frias, Luis Garcia, and Jorge Burgos. All right, 2 packs to go in blaster number 16. Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm, Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, Joshua Baez on the Modern Prospects, Max Wagner, Elijah Green, Ellie De La Cruz, and Dayan Jorge on the first. Only 1 chrome in that one. CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Luis Robert, Tristan Casas, Cody Senga, Marcelo Mayer, Marco Luciano, Arroyo, Wilber Sanchez, and then Jet Williams rounding it out. All right, so 4 boxes to go. Second half obviously hasn't been as hot as the first. Thinking I should have put the top boxes on the bottom and the bottom boxes on the top. It came out firing instead of building up. But maybe there's some heat in these last 4 boxes. All right, 4 boxes to go, 24 packs left. Let's find something sweet. Buxton, Flade, Vargas, Gorman, Vlad, and Michael Harris, Joshua Baez, Modern Prospects, Luciano, Clifford, Jace Bowman, Pedro Ramirez, and Jet Williams on the Chromes. Rafael Devers, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Frankie Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Xander Bogaerts, Anthony Volpe, Sights on September, Manuel Beltre, Ronnie Simon, Juan Olmos. There we go. Carlos Jorge. First time we think we've seen him all night. He's hitting the ball right now. Xavier Isaac on the Lunar. All right, Wander Franco, Garcia, Matt Wallner, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, Kubar Rocker, again at number 72, Samuel Munoz, Peyton Graham, Tavares, Roman Anthony, and Anthony Gutierrez. Kyle Stowers, Yoshida, Jordan Groshans, Mookie Betts, Javi Baez, and Rosario, and Nolan Gorman on the Rookie of the Year favorites. I think that's like 5 of those. Xavier Isaac, Blaze Jordan, Zach Nato, Kevin Parada, and Colson Montgomery. 2 packs to go. And blaster number 17. Jeremy Pena, Lenyon Sosa, Adley Rushman, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel. Oh, we got a shimmer. Shimmer auto. Let's go to the back. Let's slow play it. De Los Santos, Arias, Spencer Jones, Drew Gilbert, Trey Sweeney. It's a first. It's a Cardinal. Samuel De La Rosa on the green shimmer auto. And I'm gotta think he's auto only. And that is numbered 54 out of 99, so that should go to the unlisted spot. Not bad. Bad little stats, so congrats. Pretty sure the unlisted spot again. I believe that might be Robert. Don't sleep on the unlisted. Robert, you're going to own this whole board, man. All right. 1 pack to go. Jordan Alvarez, Ronald Acuna, Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Averson Arteaga, number 66, Aponte, Max Muncy, and Vincent Peraza. Looks like we got a little speckle here. Ballesteros to the Cubs, and Yasser Mercedes. So again, never done that before in one of these breaks. So Yasser Mercedes, 236 out of 299. So how do we do the unlisted? So the unlisted spot goes to, so the one thing that we don't do compared to like most people that break this is there's if the guys have inserts only, so Mercedes with the 99, 299, if the guys have inserts only in the checklist, we do not list them. So like Jordan Walker, Anthony Volpe, if you do these player breaks, you'll see that people list them. So we don't list those spots. So all those players fall under that, and then all the auto only guys fall in the unlisted spot. So we don't list all the guys that are auto only themselves. It just falls under the unlisted spot because there's so many of those guys that, you know, I don't like skunks when I do a break. So normally if anybody skunks in our break, we usually dig within our personal collection and we'll send you some cards unless you specifically request, hey, you know, just refund the shipping or something like that. But I always like to send people some cards. So, and we don't like to list a spot that you can get skunked in. So therefore we don't list, like I get a lot of questions. I guess there's a dude named Bonilla, I think for the Blue Jays maybe, that a lot of people always ask me about. So all the people that are auto only within the checklist, they fall in the unlisted spot, Josh. For future reference, because we will do a lot of these breaks moving forward, especially when the megas come out. We'll be running these player breaks like crazy, probably. Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Christian Yelich, Montgomery on the sites on September, Marion Boyd, Desson, Zach Geloff, and then Luis Lara. Nice hit on the Lunar. Got to see him play a couple weeks ago. Looks pretty good. Got a couple of in-person autos from Luis. He too likes to sign like Braylon Bishop off to the side. Langoliers, Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Prato, Miguel Cabrera, Quinn Priester, number 32 on the top 100. Roman Anthony, Jason Dominguez, Colson Montgomery. There we go. Spencer Jones on the chrome. And Gabriel Martinez. Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvador Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, Colton Cowser, Susac, Blaze Jordan, Zach Nato, Henry Davis, and Kevin Parada. Juan Alonso. Juan Alonso. Don't know. DL Hall, Shohei Ohtani, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, O'Neal Cruz, Josh Young, Zach Nato at number 89 on the top 100. Encarnacion, Roger Arias, Spencer Jones, Randy DeJesus, and Michael Arroyo. Juan Alonso. I think we've had a few of his, but I'm just trying to picture what team he's on. I haven't quite learned everybody yet. CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Lubob, Tristan Casas, Cody Senga, Vaughn Grisham on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Yasser Mercedes, Max Muncy, Vincent Perozzo, Luis Garcia, and Kennedy Corona. All right, and last pack of blaster number 18. Matt Olson, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Giancarlo Stanton. We got a little blue paper. Spencer Torkelson on the blue paper design, number 35 out of 125. Kobe Mayo, my guy, coming in at number 91. Got quite a collection of Kobe Mayo first autos. De Leon, Simon, Juan Olmos, Jesus Baez, and Bastidas. So Torque on the paper pattern. Torque. Just the rookie. All right, 2 packs to go. Or not 2 packs, 2 boxes, my bad. So we're missing the Lego backdrop tonight because if you broke with us before, usually we have that Lego backdrop. But it started coming apart. I was already a little grumpy getting started. But I didn't want to smash it into a million pieces because that's really my partner's design from his boys. So I just decided to go without it. So never mind the professional like paper clip back there holding the banner in place. But it's brought us good luck tonight not having it. Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Luis Robert, Tristan Casas, Cody Senga, Spencer Torkelson, and looks like we have an Aldo. Damon Keith, and I believe that's another unlisted spot. But just like that 99 auto, it's got that same little strip down the center of it. So Damon Keith might wipe off, not sure. Go to, was it Kurt's Cleaning Cards, I believe, maybe. Chase DeLauder, Zach Geloff, Jason Dominguez, and Marcus Cabrera in Aponte to the Blue Jays. All right, Damon Keith. Not board worthy. Nice when you get an auto, you can't even crack the board. Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Bello, Vientos, Austin Wells at number 57, Rafaela, Colson Montgomery, Tamar Johnson, Christian Serta, and there we go, Jet Williams. That's number 27 out of 499. Refractor. Jet Williams spot. All right, Jet. All right, Nelson Velasquez, Chris Bryant, Bobby Witt, Christian Yelich, Shea Langoliers, Matthew Liberatore, Jordan Lawler on the sites on September, Asuna, Mario Shendrick Martinez, Marcos Cabrera, Justin Henry Malloy, and Heyo Lee on the Lunar. I don't know, but every top 100 card has been backwards in these boxes. I don't know if it depends on where the boxes come from or not, because at the beginning of the year when we were ripping these, they weren't backwards. So I'm not sure when that started, to be honest with you. Trey Turner, Wilson Contreras, Fernando Tatis, Max Meyer, Justin Verlander, Mike Trout, Juan Soto, or I'm sorry, Simon Juan, Vaquero, Colas, Edwin Arroyo, Peguero on the first, and Jose DePaula on the first. So I'm not sure if it varies on where they come from. Like when we were breaking early, it was like I think Walmart when we were getting them. These boxes were 20, like a 20 box order. I think these came from like Card Giants, I believe. So there was 20 boxes all in one, like half a case. So I'm not sure if it just varies depending on the boxes, but like I said, at the beginning of the year, they weren't backwards. Logan O'Hop, James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, J-Rod, Peraza, Francisco Lindor, Gunner on the Rookie of the Year favorites, Susac, Santana, Fernandez, Guiarte, and De La Cruz on the first. And last pack of blaster number 19. Cade Cavalli, Jacob deGrom, Nick Crato, Miguel Cabrera, Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grisham, Max Muncy at number 90 on the top 100, Rojas, Zavala, Figueroa, William Lugo, and Zach Geloff on the first. It's also weird because usually, even with the two like green autos that we pulled tonight, I'm pretty sure both of those autos were not backwards. They were just sitting forward in the box. Usually they're backwards when you have an auto like that in the middle. But I don't know. Who knows? With the quality control at Topps, as you can see. I guess that makes the 10s all that more valuable. All right, last box. 6 more packs to go. Got a 10:59, record time. Spencer Torkelson, Max Scherzer, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brayan Bello, Mark Vientos, Bishop, Mayer, and Montez on the paper, Montesino and Blake Lubier on the first. Yeah, because I know they're not autos, because I think those top 100 autos are only in the hobby only. So I know you won't find them in these in the retail blasters. Judge, Jordan Diaz, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Moreno, Jazz Chisholm, Kumar Rocker, De Leon, Carlos Jorge, Michael Desson, De Leon on the first, and Hector Rodriguez on the lunar. They sit there. Nice. Oh, it has the same metal. Is it numbered out of 99, or is it just as base auto? O'Neal Cruz, Josh Young, CJ Abrams, Jose Abreu, Nolan Jones, Lubob, Sidani Rafaela, Roman Anthony, Miguel Blaise, Justin Crawford, Henry Davis, and Gavin Cross. Just the current, yeah, same line. Yeah, I remember that, like, that line, I feel like it's there every year, it seems like. I remember, like, 21 seeing those lines. Josh Young, CJ Abrams, Abreu, Nolan Jones, Lubob, Tristan Casas, Jordan Waller, number 8. Julian, Cole Young, Khalil Watson, Lazaro Montez on the chrome, and Julian on the chrome. So 2 nice chromes there. All right, 2 packs to go. Hopefully we got something nice hidden for us in here. Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvador Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Shohei, Encarnacion, Blaze Jordan, Zach Nato, Dylan O'Ray, and Martin Gonzalez. And last pack of the night, and it's going to be a spotlight card. Corey Seager, Brandon Crawford, JD Martinez, Salvi Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Hunter Green. It is a Jackson Holiday spotlight. Joshua Baez, Ben Cosme, Osorio, and then Yelbert Herrera. 1 chrome to end the night. All right, give me a sec here. I'll do a little recap. Try to run through some of the bigger hits. These are all the prospects. Let's run through these rookies real quick. So if you guys ever wonder how we do our recaps, it usually goes by the price of that they go for. So it does vary. Goodness gracious, what am I doing here? All right. I think on the rookie front, it's Gunnar winning tonight with the most. All right. There may be a few more in there, but we have 1, 2, 3 Yoshidas. I think there might be a few more in the stack. We'll find them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Outmans. Adley. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a spotlight. And Christopher Morel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold on. 4, 5. More Adleys and Morels coming. More Yoshidas coming. More Outmans coming. All right. So that's Adley, Morel, and Yoshida. You know, if you got Morel and Adley, there's going to be the same amount. All right. Gunner, 1, 2, a Rookie of the Year favorites, another base, another Rookie of the Year favorites, base, Spotlight, base, Rookie of the Year favorites. So Gunner by far. Nice thick stack of Gunners. And some of our chromes. These are going to be in no particular order, folks. So apologize, but I'm working without my normal partner here tonight. Julian, you got Jackson on the Spotlight, Hector Rodriguez on the Lunar, DePaula, Heyo Lee on the Lunar, Spencer Jones, Laura on the Lunar, Ballesteros, Xavier Isaac on the Lunar, Carlos Jorge, Peguero on the Lunar, Ryan Clifford, Drew Jones on the base and Lunar, Mario Shendrick Martinez, Justin Crawford, Max Wagner on the Lunar, another Martinez, Zach Geloff, Xavier Isaac, Ballesteros, Marcus Lee Sang, another Martinez, Henry Ramos, Cedeno Frias, Matt Mervis, Marcelo Mayer on the Lunar. All right. Mervis on the paper, Fernandez, Bishop, Malloy on the Lunar, Ruiz, Nato on the Lunar, Garcia, Max Wagner, Crawford, Rojas, Caminero, Drew Jones on the top 100, De Los Santos, Kenny Gomez, Heyo Lee, Roman Anthony, Figueroa, Cam Collier, Rodriguez, Hector Rodriguez, Susak, Encarnacion, Jackson on the Spotlight, Ariel Monte, DePaula, Cam Collier on the paper, Spencer Jones, Montez, Drew Jones on the paper, Holiday on the Spotlight, and another Caminero. All right, so then we got our numbered cards. So let's do the paper first. Okay, so our papered number cards. We had Drew Gilbert on the green out of 99. Senga out of 399. Torkelson out of 125. And Osorio out of 299. And then our chromes. Gabriel Moreno, Michael Harris. I'd say we had probably about 5 or 6 base rookies. Same with Moreno. Moreno was like, we saw him like twice a box, I think, for the first 4 boxes. So probably a good stack of him coming. Jet Williams out of 499. Gabriel Martinez on the yellow Lunar out of 75. William Lugo out of Speckle out of 299. And then on the refractor out of 499. Jordan Lawler on the Atomic out of 150. Yasser Mercedes on the Speckle out of 299. And also the green Shimmer out of 99. So 2 guys hit 2 numbered cards. So that's a rarity in a Bowman, like a blaster player break. All right, so our base autos, Damon Keith and Braylon Bishop. And then we had 2 green autos. We had Samuel De La Rosa on the green Shimmer. And then Brock Jones on the green first out of 99. And then Matt Mervis was the winner of the night. So Matt Mervis with the base auto, and then the printing plate, 1 of 1. So congrats to Robert. Not only hit Matt Mervis, also hit this Damon Keith, also hit this De La Rosa in the unlisted spot. So pretty swell night. You won tonight, Robert. So congrats. All right, guys. So that does it. Make sure you like and follow us. Like I said, we have a 10-box pick your team break listed on Facebook right now. So if you want to pick your team, it's at set prices, and then we'll random off the Diamondbacks in the break. So make sure you check that out. Like and follow us. We'll be doing more player breaks, especially once the mega boxes drop here at the end of the month and we get through Little League. So we'll definitely be getting through it. And we'll get these cards packaged up. They might go out in the mail tomorrow, but if not, by Saturday at the latest. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.